Okay, today is going to be a good day. Every day is a good day no matter what. That's my philosophy. One thing I want to say is that to those of you who have shown me your appreciation through your contributions, your love gifts, things that you have given, I greatly appreciate that. And we'd like to thank you for those things. And those of you who are thinking about it or haven't decided yet, I encourage that you do because we're putting on these things, information for you that you may be able to learn something or know something that you maybe didn't know before. And that's what we're going to be here for. Today we're going to talk about words. And the thing about words is that many people don't understand the language of the words that they're speaking. The English language, if you go research it, you'll find that it is made up of a conglomeration of different languages, different words from different languages, and they're not all what you would call English. Now, the people here in this country, in America, do not speak English. It's contrary to what you think, all right? Because people in England speak English. People in America speak American. Same as people in Mexico speak Mexican. People in Spain speak Spanish. People in Portugal speak Portuguese. Go on and go on and go on and on. So the thing is that the language that we're taught to speak here is really what is known as a bastard language. It's a language that is a mix-up of many other different languages. If you go check it out, you'll find that the words that you're speaking, you may think that they're English or American words. They're not. They're from other countries, other languages. Now, the one thing about words is that words have power. And why? Because words have energy. And in the way that you use them will show you or help you to bring things into existence with the use and the power of words. Now, I remember years ago growing up, it said, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Well, they do. Words can build, words can destroy, words can do a lot, and all can be in the way that they're said. For instance, if I said to you, come here, right? That's one way of saying it. I said, get over here, come here. Now, if I said it like that, there's a whole different tone, whole different frequency, a whole different energy, and it resonates different when I say it to a person. If I say, come over here, okay, that's okay. If I say, come over here, then that's a totally different thing and energy. I've played it twice because you have to understand how when people say things to you, the way that they say them is important. The tone that they use is important. So when they use certain tones or say certain things, they're expecting to get certain results from you. That's the whole idea of it, is to get the results that they want. So they will say words in a particular way to make you or to get you to respond or react to things that they want you to react to. But you got to remember is that when you when you change the energy of the word, it has a different meaning. Even though it may be the same word, the energy of the word, the way that it's said, the way that it's pronounced, has a different meaning to who is sending it and who is receiving it. Those things are important. The thing with words, you have to choose words wisely and how you use them and how you want them to be fulfilled by way of who you're speaking with. Now, you can speak with a person, you can speak to a person, you can speak at a person. All those are different types and ways of communication. And the best way of communication is when you're talking with somebody on the same language, with the same level of over, under, and understanding in order to get your points across. You can't do it by, you can scream and yell and shout, and it may happen, but that's not the way that it should be done or need to be done. But that's some people's way of expressing their strength or their power or whatever it is over individuals or over whatever situation is going on. So those are things you want to stay away from. The thing too is that you choose your words wisely, because when you choose your words wisely, you will get the results that you're looking for when you are trying to communicate. If you ever watch the news or news reporters, how they speak, no matter what's going on, they don't get excited. They don't get all bent out of shape. They may laugh and joke and giggle, but they never go above a certain frequency in order to communicate with the audience that they're trying to reach. That's their job. That's what they're trained to do. So, but as you grow into the knowledge of words, what you will find is that you can find them online. It's called switch words. Okay, what are switch words? Words that you switch. Instead of saying one word, you say another word that's more beneficial, that's more powerful. And these are really power words. It's like when you say, if you want to do something, you say, I'm reaching for. I'm not getting, I'm reaching for. When you're reaching, that means that you are putting out something and expect to get something back. Okay, that your reach. Um, Another one where you say you don't use the words I don't, I won't, I can't, I'm not. Say I can, I will, I shall, I am. When you start removing those other words and you bring the new words in, I am, I can, I shall, I will, I am, you're going to start bringing things into your space that you want, that you need, that you desire, things that are going to be beneficial for you. And also get rid of the word impossible. The word impossible does not exist in your vocabulary. Okay? Don't use the word impossible for anything because that is something that will take you backwards. All right? It's not going to give you what you're looking for. All right? So get rid of the word impossible. I remember a story years ago by a person who was out in Garden Grove, California. He was a minister. His name was Robert Schuller. And Robert Schuller built what was called back then the Crystal Cathedral. Okay, a church that's made out of all crystal glass. And he went to different architects and he had it drawn up and things. He went to builders. And the builders said, looked at the plans and said, well, sir, this is impossible. He said, what? He said, this is impossible. He said, go over to my desk, look at the dictionary, and find me the word impossible, see what it says. And the guy went over to the dictionary and looked. He couldn't find the word impossible. He said, well, it's not in here. He said, that's right, because that word doesn't exist for me. That's why that church was built, because he removed that out of his space, out of his energy field. He removed the word impossible, and he made things that he knew that could be done, made it possible to have. So what I want to do also is let you know that once you learn, and I'll go over this maybe another time, we'll get into it today, but once you learn the laws, okay, the laws of words, okay, how words work, what are the laws in using words, what are the law in saying words, okay, because once you know the law and how to connect the words and the energy, those words become more powerful. Now I'm going to give you a few words here that most people think they know what they mean, but they don't. They use them all the time, but they don't know what the words really, truly mean. And one of the most common words that we all hear and have used it over and over is the word dumb. That person, oh, he's dumb, or she's dumb, or that's dumb, or this is dumb. You use the word in that sense as if it has something to do with the intellect or the mental ability of a person, when in truth, the word dumb has nothing to do with that. The word dumb means a person who can't speak. Like the term was, person is deaf and dumb, meaning that they can't hear and they can't speak. Same as you have a ventriloquist, and he has what? He has a what? A dummy. Some say, oh, you're a dummy. If they're talking, they're not a dummy. The dummy is the thing that they have that they put words in their mouth to make it move or make it sound like it's talking, but they're really doing the talking. So when you say somebody is dumb, it has nothing to do with them being intellectual, short or whatever. It means that they can't speak. And if they can speak and if they can talk, then they're not dumb. They're not a dummy. Understand that. Know the meaning or the depth of words as you use them. Because people that know, and when they hear you speak and say certain things, they're laughing at you because they know you have no idea how the language is working or how it's constructed because you're using words wrong. Another word is people use is the matrix. What is the matrix? Now they give you some all kind of scientific numbers and X's and O's and all that. That's the matrix. If you go and look at the word matrix, you will find, go back to over thousands of years ago, the word matrix, and it's in your Bible. And I'll tell you where you can find it's 5 times in your Bible. The word matrix is there. And what it is the womb, the opening of the womb. is the matrix. You see it there? It says opening the matrix. It'll tell you that. It's in the Bible 5 times, and you'll see it under the number in the Strong's Concordance as letter H 7358. Also, you'll find the word womb. Womb is there too. It still means the same thing, but it's used differently, and that number is H990. Look it up in your Strong's Concordance, and you'll see those words. You'll see the word matrix. So it has nothing to do with what they're giving you on the movie screen, because they're not telling you, but the idea of the matrix, if you go back to the very beginning and you see Neo in that their cube of thing that he was being born from, that was the womb. That was the matrix in the sense of what it really means, what the word really means, and the context of the word means. Now, as you move forward, words can change the meaning of, but that's the root word, that's the foundation. Another word is bigot. Now, another thing that the word bigot is attributed to have something to do with someone who is quote unquote racist or is against people, whatever have you. That's not what the word means. The word bigot simply means someone who has an opinion, a different opinion. Let me see, I have it written down here where it says that matrix, where are you at, matrix? I mean, sorry. Bigot. Okay, a person who has an opinion or a belief or ideas and thoughts of their own that don't agree with yours. So if you have a idea and a thought, I have an idea and a thought, and if they're not on the same level or they're in somewhat of a disagreement, or we are in have different opinions of it, then therefore we are both bigots. Nothing to do with what they put out there for you to misuse. So when they say bigots, those who are in authority know what they're saying, but you don't know what they're saying because of the fact that they have you believing things and you don't even know what you're saying, what you're believing. Another word is backlog. Okay, that's going to be put in the backlog. That comes from an old English term where whenever they had a log fire or fires putting logs on, the biggest log would go where? In the back. That was the backlog. That's where it came from. Yeah. But they use it today as to mean something totally different, but that's the root meaning of the words. Same as the word blockbuster. Blockbuster was the name of a bomb that was able to be big enough to destroy an entire block. Hence the word blockbuster. But it's used for this other term. That movie was a blockbuster, or this thing is a blockbuster, but you have no knowledge of the word, so you're using it in the context of what they want you to use it in, not for what it was intended for. You've also think that, but I'm just saying, if you go look at all the words and how words are used, that's why when your brother Malcolm X, alayhi salam, on him be peace, the first thing he started to do was reading what? The dictionary. And what he found out, it wasn't a book on diction, it was books on definitions. So it's really a definitionary, not a dictionary. But it has words in there that you find out, and it'll tell you the root meaning of the words, and you will find out the language that it comes from, and it will give you an idea and thoughts of what's really going on. All right, so another thing too is that I posted a video the other day in response to what's going on over there in the Middle East on they could say Mount Sinai, but they're coming out with a new set of what they call 10 Commandments. Pay attention to that. Another thing you need to pay attention to, the wall they built around the Federal Reserve down there in Washington. They're saying that it's there to do some construction, but pay attention to certain things that's going on. A friend of mine I was talking with, and they told me, and I concur, he says it's best to have some extra cash on hand just in case. Just for GP, in case you can't get to the bank or you don't have access to an ATM machine or something goes down, or if the power is down or whatever, you have cash to be able to still go to the store and purchase things. You follow? That's very, very important. Again, pay attention to Western Europe. They're going to have a cold-ass winter. Even here in this country, when winter really comes in, you're going to see some storms and stuff is going to blow your mind. I told you all last week about keep your eye on Washington, the other storm that's coming. Guess what? I'm going to tell you this. I told you last time, but people don't pay attention. There's another one coming. Okay? So people there in the southern hemisphere, down there in the south, in Florida and those places, be prepared. I put out a thing a while ago talking about be prepared. Watch what's going on with the news. Don't let the news media dictate to you with the distractions of what's going on with the elections and who's going to do this, who's going to do that. There are other things that are going on. Pay attention to the global food chain. Pay attention to the water. Again, there's places where there are droughts all over the world. Someone pointed out to me that the biblical prophecy about the Euphrates River drying up, you see that going on. You're going to start seeing certain other people rise to power who come from out of nowhere, and they're going to start doing stuff and saying shit that's going to blow people's minds. So I want you to pay attention, stay awake, stay alert, get together with like-minded people, and start making game plans of what it is, just in case something were to happen. You at least have an idea of what you all are going to do. Again, I want to take the time for those of you, thank you for listening to what I have to say. I know I run my mouth, but again, those of you who are going to donate, who show your support and your contributions, I greatly appreciate it. You can send to jaes123 at yahoo.com or $jaes124 at Cash App. I appreciate it. Whatever love gift that you send, you will believe me. When it says you cast your bread upon the water, it's going to come back to you. Watch what happens when you do. So until next time, until Thursday, we know what Thursday is. I won't say it now because it's not Thursday. But in any case, wait for Thursday. I'll have some more information for you. Until then, peace out.